Oh, snap. Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Do Tell with Laugh After Dark. I'm your boy, Charlie Wilson here, man. Y'all in for a real treat, man. Y'all already know how it goes, man. I sit down with some of the baddest comics from all over the world. They sit down and tell me some of their craziest stories. I don't know why they trust me with this shit, but they do. So it's finna go down, man. You're in for a real treat, man. I got this brother, man. He's been in the game for a minute. Super talented. I can't wait to pick his brain. He is one of the dopest resident headliners here in Las Vegas, and he's got a residency at LA Comedy Club at the Strat Casino. Y'all start clapping your hands together. Make some noise for Butch motherfucking Bradley. Yeah,
Beautiful.
baby. What's up, brother?
What's up?
Chilling. So please, Butch, do tell.
Ooh, I love this intro. I have so many stories. It's great. Like to have the brain is still swimming. I brought like 3 or 4 goodies. It's like between Rodney Dangerfield in the Middle East. Ooh. You know what I mean? When you're a comic, you just get all these experiences that you really don't get to tell. So I'm in Iraq with Ralphie May and comedian Bob Marley, right?
Oh, shit.
So, and for those who don't know, Bob Marley is just like incredible comic out of New England who helped pave the way for so many comics in LA. He's done every late night show there is. He's in Boondock Saints. Wow. But like a Harvard student of it, you know what I mean? He can cut like your 20 into a TV5 and just a killer. So I end up on doing we do Bob Hope's 100th birthday at the factory years ago, like 01, 02, 03, something like that, 2000, maybe a little later. And Ralphie May and myself and Bob got chosen to do this USO tour. Okay. And really cool. We're going to the Middle East with our American brains, not realizing we're going to a war zone.
Now, what year was this, too?
It was early Iraq.
Early Iraq.
Very beginning.
God, so
yeah,
that's
very.
early 2000s or something.
It was like, it was new.
Yeah,
newer. Like, see, and that's great because we only know the war from TV, and you're an American. You really don't get it. We play video games, we watch action movies, but then when you get there, and you're like, hey, this is great, and guys going in are like, it's really not that fun. Dude, you might want to chill. Right. We have snipers. You might want to change outfits.
You're there with this Vegas energy, like, yeah, we're in Iraq. It's like, oh. Shit.
I'm still embarrassed because my first photo is me landing in Baghdad, and I'm like this, and I have that photo, but I look at it like that was an uneducated me on being in theater, which means like, literally I'm on a plane with Ralphie and Bob, and we're flying in from Germany, and they're, or I think it was Kuwait, I can't remember, but we're in a C-130, and they go, there's a light up there. Yeah. Ironically, the only other place I saw a red light in life, is for comedy when you're told to get off.
Running that shit,
So it's green, right? Yeah. And then it floats red. And when it floats red, it means you're in theater. You're in a war zone. Everyone changes except us. We're like, whoa, we're going in. And then they turn into a combat landing.
What the fuck? You're on the plane at this point?
You're on this plane. We're loaded in, and you're flown for some hours. You kind of settle in. You're on a cargo net with ammunitions. It depends on the size of the plane. You could be. Usually, the comedians are usually flying with like special forces groups that are sneaking in and out. CIA, all sorts of weird moments.
You're just excited at this point. You're just like, yeah.
But I feel my heart, but more excitement than reality.
Sure.
So they turn us into a corkscrew. So they're doing like the crazy. It feels like you're crashing. You think you're crash landing, and we're spinning. Ralphie has a Subway sub that he decides to kill on this corkscrew landing, and he waits till we come up, and it's like 8 corkscrews down. Yeah. I know now, during it, I just think we're dying, right? Yeah. And he's like,
6 inch? He's got the foot fucking 6 inches.
So he's trying to take bites on his when the gravity is less. I don't even know how to explain it. But Bob Marley and I catch each other, and I'm like, wow. He's trying to finish this.
He was hungry.
He's killing it. Maybe he's nervous. Yeah. So we come out of this corkscrew and they like straighten up on the runway, which I look back now is how I understand it. Yeah. During it just doesn't make any sense because we're going to die because we're doing hundreds of miles an hour, and they are trying to avoid rockets from locking on us to take us out before we land. Damn. So they pull up, we smash the ground, we lock the brakes, and it's over. It's absolutely dead silent, and we're live, and the details are fed to me after that. That's why they do it.
Wow.
Because there's guys up in the hills hoping to like take us out before we land.
All that for a guest spot. All that for a guest spot.
Right.
That's the grind. You know,
anything
comics
for
would do
comedy.
this.
Anything for comedy.
Right.
Yo, is it at least $25? I just got to be able to get back from Iraq.
Right.
You know,
Drink
I heard.
ticket? Can I get a drink ticket?
Hey, Charlie, you driving home from Iraq? I just got to jump in there. You don't mind? Squeeze it? Yeah.
Right.
So we land, and we're off to the races. And Ralphie's got like Lady Gaga's tour kit. Like, you know, we're traveling light, you know, desert, 120, 130 degrees. It's really psycho. Yeah. And, but Ralphie's got like 6 cases. His girl's there. I'm like, it's insane. You know, he's got like his Italian glasses on. He just won, like crushed on Last Comic Standing. He's rolling.
He's in the zone.
He's ahead of when his fame took off.
Gotcha.
But he's a murdering comic, you know. But he's already thinking the world knows him. They're going to. You know, and he's rolling. He's busting chops. He's hilarious. We come off. Everyone else is very serious. We land in, I think we were at, God, where were we? We were in the green zone somewhere. So they load us up. They're going to put us in Blackhawks, and they start flying us around base to base.
These are choppers.
Blackhawk choppers.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how you would travel.
Wow.
And convoys too. But the convoys, it was really hairy early on. So I've been a bunch since this date. Knowing when we were there, it was really hot. Like, you're still hearing explosions and gunfire and stuff. But they want to take us to our first base. We get airborne in the 2 Blackhawks. As Ralphie's running to his, they before they tell us to head in, before they land, they go, this is what's going to happen. They're going to land. You guys are going to hold your bags down. Then we're going to load your bags in. Then we're going to take you to our first location and get you comfy. And he goes, there's a weight issue. Ralphie's a big dude. I'll just put it mildly. Ralphie's a big dude. My brain's doing calculations. He said, you know, the Blackhawks need to do combat maneuvering. We're going to have an Apache trailing us to keep us. It's a big deal. It's happening really fast. But my brain is seeing Ralphie load all of this shit into that Blackhawk, right? It starts to get really loud really fast. My adrenaline's in my face. I'm like, it's on. Is this really fucking, this is not really fucking happening. Our ride is landing like in the movies. And Bob Marley starts running for Ralphie's Blackhawk. And you can't hear anything right now. The wind's blowing. I mean, you know, and they're grabbing our bags and speakers and putting them here. Ralphie's piling this thing up. And I grab Bob Marley's pants and he's like, what are you fucking, I go, dude, really? Did you not hear the math? That is a very heavy Blackhawk. I go, I think this is our choice. And Marley's like, good point. I'm like, sorry, Ralphie, but good fucking luck.
With all that shit.
You know, so we take off and we're snagged out of the air, like out of a movie, like out of Apocalypse Now. We're airborne, and over the headset they go, there's a general here. One of the highest ranking generals is here at Saddam Hussein's Entertainment Palace. And they're all looking at each other, and they're like, we're changing our trajectory. We're landing here. It's all happening so fast. And you're just like, I'm in shorts, T-shirt.
This is day one.
Yeah, I looked. I could see Baghdad. We're flying. I saw the swords crossed on the roadway. And they bring us back, and they go, we're being pulled in. Everybody just stay calm. And I see they're landing us in what looks like palaces. I've never seen anything like this. We're coming into it. It's the Entertainment Palace. It's surrounded by a lake. It's believed, it was built on the site, believed to be the Garden of Eden. That's why he built it there. So we land, and they're pulling us out. There's like 4 SUVs. It's happening really fast. They're pulling our shit out. It looks like the FBI or any movie you saw. You don't know if you're in trouble or not. And they take off, and this general I recognize from the news, I'm like, oh, and he's with all these people, and they're all staring. He's like, hey, what's going on? We're going to do a big show. We're going to do it here. They load us in the SUV, and they're driving us around the moat on this little runway in between the small palaces, heading towards the Entertainment Palace. All of us are trying to put our senses together, 130 degrees. We're losing our minds. I'm sure if you're hearing me it's crazy. It's crazy. Helicopters are flying over. They pull us around into the front of the Entertainment Palace. The doorway was 100+ feet tall, made of inlaid bronze and gold. It looked like Disney movies, minus the violent element. You know what I mean? This is Saddam's
like the set of
house.
Aladdin, bro.
Yeah, it's Saddam's house. We pull up it was so bright. I'm looking up and trying to piece together what we're looking at.
Yeah.
And the only like dialogue I've ever heard like this was out of Apocalypse Now.
Damn.
When he's like, we're gonna surf here. Charlie don't surf, right? He yells, he goes, we're gonna do a show here. And he goes, write that down. He's got an assistant writing. He goes, I want speakers like AC/DC, like a rock band's gonna
outside?
play.
All outside?
Outside in this thing that goes into the sky. The windows, when someone sat in a window, they look like a little person. Like, it's so hard for my brain to get to grasp the reality of the size of just the steps into the entrance.
Jeez.
And he tells the guy, get speakers, get this, get that, and he kept looking at us like, and you guys can do this. Does it sound good?
Wow.
We're like, yeah. Explosions towards Baghdad. Explosions towards Baghdad. He loads us up. He goes, we'll have this show tonight. We start walking in, and these 4 bearded dudes go, yo, thanks for doing this show. They're like in blue jean shirts. They're like,
You're like, yeah, sure.
We're like your escorts. We're going to take you to your room. You're staying in Saddam's daughter's bedroom.
What?
It's all
sounds like a setup. That sounds like a setup.
First of all, it sounds like a lie. It just sounds, we walk in and we're looking at the palace and there's equipment being put in and one of the commanders said, yeah, we took this to let them know we took his house and we're really here.
Wow.
We live in his house now. I was like, that's a good point. But and there's phones all lined up so the soldiers can call home and they sit and they get a call out if it gets out.
Damn.
And we walk all the way back to the daughter's bedroom. And it was, it's the size of, it's like 3 or 4,000. It's thousands of square feet.
Wow.
The bedroom.
Wow.
And then the bathroom was solid gold floor with ceiling, was a total shower.
What?
So when you walked into this giant shower bathroom, the whole room rained on you.
Jeez.
But it was solid gold. It was crazy.
Damn.
That was crazy. But then they said, come on, we want to say thank you. So they take us through all these cautionary tapes and past these dudes who aren't supposed to let you go. And we go and they go, this is Saddam's bedroom.
Oh shit, that's where the hoes at, isn't it? That's where
You were there.
I was there.
You did this gig.
See that?
They're like, come on in. No, it was his bed was blown out because there was a hole where they shot the rocket through to try and get him. So it was the exact perfect hole from the JDM bomb that they used to target his bed, but he had stepped out to the pool, which is right there, which is their gift. They take us out, we're barely there, and they go, swim. Well, we got you. Go ahead, swim. And they go, no, really, this is our gift. Swim. You're going to swim in Saddam's pool. We're like taking our clothes off.
You have trunks? I mean, what the fuck? You got all your
underwear, dude. We didn't even, and honestly,
Damn.
we would have done anything he asked. It was a real strange human moment.
You don't want to say no. He's got the fucking gun.
Well, there's 4 of them, and he's like, "You're welcome." I'm like, "I guess we gotta accept the gift."
Right.
So we're in the pool, swimming in Saddam's pool. We start to get a little comfortable. You hear stuff happening out there. And Ralphie floats on his back and he goes, enjoy it. He goes, I'm peeing. I'll warm up the temperatures. Like, it becomes surreal and funny and amazing. And Bob Marley's doing cannonballs. And we clean up. We go into the other room and it's all cots and then one giant bed. And then later that night, we are going out to do this show.
Damn.
And it is 10,000 international troops from all these different regions of the world with different outfits sitting on the bridge. It's the largest audience I'd ever performed at in my life at this point.
Is this like the size of like a high school, like gymnasium, or like a elementary school, like
outside,
theater?
off of the steps of the palace, and anybody at home can Google Entertainment Palace. The little bridge you'll see.
Yeah.
It was spilled with chairs, and up they were piled over the bridge and on the other side while all hell's breaking loose over us. It's nighttime, and we have AC/DC size speakers.
Shit.
And you would speak, and then like 7 seconds later, you would hear it over the crowd.
Dude, I'm nervous for you. I feel like I'm ready to bomb. Literally, I'm like, I'm gonna bomb this show. Shit.
I take all of my protective gear off, and I have a Captain America shirt on. Not realizing.
Bold move.
Right. I wasn't thinking. I wanted them to see America. I go up. I'm having a great set, but I'm like, wow, I'm doing really way too well here. They're cheering. They're yelling at each other. Countries are yelling at countries. Like, the French are talking. I'm like, what is happening? I have an amazing set. We leave. It's surreal. Later that night, I go into the mess hall. Like 800 people standing, clapping. They're laughing. I go, okay, what's going on? Because I'm
Right.
funny, but I didn't, I did a decent job at what? And they're like, dude, you wore a bullseye. We have more snipers in this area than anywhere in the world. We were taking bets the whole time. We're like, this dude's not getting to his third joke. How did he do it? And then we were like, he's a hero. He's only got 4 minutes left. Dude, stay alive.
Right.
Like, so who knew?
Shit.
I wore a target and made it on the
bro.
steps.
Well, I'm glad that you survived that shit. Damn.
That's cool, though, dude.
Damn.
Really an incredible life experience with those guys. And unreal. And sleeping in his daughter's bedroom.
Holy shit. That's a hell of a fucking story, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Crazy shit.
Comedy, baby.
That's comedy, man. So I'm glad that we got a chance to kind of sit down and get to know each other. We've met in passing a few times, man. And you've been in the game for some time.
I have.
Where did all this kind of start for you? Was it always in Vegas, or where did your story at least begin? Where you originally from?
I'm originally from Atlantic City, New Jersey.
AC.
AC.
Okay.
Oh, you said it right.
AC.
No, you said it right.
I stayed on the East Coast for a little
Right.
while, so I made my
wow,
couple
that's
trips
good. You
too.
made a lot of my friends happy.
Yeah.
Because literally, that's what like, yo, I'll see you in AC. And people are like, where? I'm like, it's a local term. Yeah.
You gotta know. I know what's up. I know
Yeah.
what's up. So you started. That's where you were originally from, and then you started comedy in AC. Or what?
I had like college in my real life. I was managing nightclubs. Always dreamt of being a stand-up since I was little, but it was
Nightclub
terrifying.
industry.
Yeah.
Okay. Shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
I had a marketing managing degree. I managed major nightclubs. We had like 10 properties
In Jersey.
in Jersey and Philly
Nice,
and
nice,
Delaware, like
nice.
all the way up the coast.
Yeah.
But I always wanted to do stand-up. So I finally worked so many hours. I was doing like 60, 70 hours. And I thought I could easily get a job I don't like. I should hurry up and try what I want to do.
Yeah.
So I burnt out, and I literally announced it I was like, I'm going to go do comedy. And I moved to Mystic, Connecticut. My mom was a casino boss there.
Oh,
She
shit.
opened Atlantic City Resorts. She was in a position. I got a bartending job. I started doing open mics, taking
Nice.
improv classes, and sneaking to Boston where I didn't know anyone.
Right.
So I,
Work your shit out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my show, my first time and my second and my third time was at Nick's Comedy Stop.
Okay.
And I had Billy Martin was the host, who becomes the head writer, executive producer of the Bill Maher Show to this day.
Oh, dope.
Who literally gave me words of encouragement that kept me through my whole career.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Wow.
guys like my first night was Patrice O'Neill, Bill Burr, Dane Cook.
Oh shit.
They were like 6 years ahead.
Yeah, yeah.
And they were sitting there, and I walked to a two-top
Yeah.
with young Bill Burr.
Yeah, yeah.
And like Patrice.
Oh,
and,
Patrice is a legend,
And I was
too,
going to
man.
pass out, and I
Yeah.
just went, hey, do you have any advice? And Patrice O'Neill went, I do. And he tilted his head, and he goes, like he knew he was going to project volume.
Yeah.
And he went, you're gonna eat it. And he went, oh, 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 oh. And then Bill Burr was like, "Wah." And I'm like, "Ah."
Damn.
And I didn't realize that in a way he was like, you're gonna eat it, accept it,
Yeah.
let it go and
Right.
laugh it out.
Right.
But I walked away from him. And Dane was on the first computer I'd ever seen. He was already in the corner solo, like in the dark, writing probably his future of, takedown.
Damn.
I'm like, what device is that magic?
Right.
And I'm in the middle. And then Dwayne Perkins, who's been sort of around my whole career, is the only guy I've seen since beginning to end. He walked by me smiling, and he was dancing, and he goes, we're going to be good. I go, have you been doing this a long time? And he goes, no. He goes, we got this. And he's dancing. I go, how the fuck are you dancing?
Right.
And he's like, dude, we got to just enjoy this shit.
Yeah.
I was like, you strange human.
Yeah,
Thank you, but go away.
Yeah,
You're more comfortable.
Right.
Bathroom, almost threw up, and then they called my name. Did it, went through Boston, get comfy in Boston, and then Portland, Maine. Was exploding.
Yeah.
It's all like 3-hour drive. We're racing up and down the coast to get spots. And
Yep.
and Bob Marley, comedian, was moving about a year into my adventures in comedy. And I moved up, started getting time there without competing against 30 of us.
Yep.
And grew there through Boston and New England. And
Tri-state area is there's a lot of work over there.
yeah.
Philly,
That part, and then up in New England was Boston, New Hampshire, Rhode Island.
Oh, yeah.
I had a little room in Rhode Island.
Okay, I've done some work in Rhode Island.
So I had a little dive bar that
Okay.
I would hire Patrice and Vinny Favoruto and all these guys to come in and do one-nighters while I ate it for 20 minutes, and then they'd clean up and murder in front of all my fellow bartenders and waiters and waitresses at Foxwoods Casino.
Nice.
So they'd pack it on a Tuesday in this little hole in the room. And the bartender was just a little old dude, and he was walking with like $900. He's like, "Could you help me?" Because we're all like, they're all bartenders and waiters and waitresses in their 20s and 30s. Like, come on, man, we need 70 shots.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
It was a secret. I
Damn.
did it for like a year and a half. It made me better, and then I moved up to Portland, Maine, and then I started driving round trip to New York, 12 hours.
Damn.
Becoming friends with Sherrod and Tony Rock.
Okay, dope.
And we were grinding at Comic Strip. And then to L.A.
Nice. So at what point did you realize, hey, I think I'm a comic now. I think I'm going to dig into this shit. Were you just having fun and it just continued into that transition? Because you still got to survive. You still got to make it work, in the
I had to give up the bartending. I moved to Boston in between that.
Gotcha.
And I had a really good bartending gig.
Gotcha.
Very lucky because I bartended for years and I just got, like, God looked out. Like, God loves comics.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, what am I going to do for work? And my buddy's girlfriend owned a bar.
Okay.
And he's like, you can bartend for me.
Nice.
Little I know, it's right behind Faneuil Hall. And people are
Nice.
like, why are you working here? And I'm like, I have no idea, but hurry up. You're behind me. And I would run up the street and do open mics from this bar called Ayers Rock on Broadway. And I would run up and do, guest spots on like Kevin Knox's show and Tony V and all these amazing Boston comics, learning and learning and learning.
Gotcha.
But I never really felt like I was a comic. And even today, it's set to set because I have such an incredible respect for it that it's hard. I know that I'm a stand-up comic.
Sure.
I feel good at what I do, but I still have iconic image, Chris Rock, Chappelle, Pryor.
Yeah.
I only like black comedians. Carlin. I channeled
Carlin,
Carlin's voice while I said it.
Yeah.
Rodney, guys, old SNL. And I
yeah.
grew up in Atlantic City. So
Right.
my mom in 1979 was taking her two little boys to Resorts International where she got her job in this new industry called casinos. And everyone knew everyone. And I got to sit down and watch Rodney, Shecky Green, and Don Rickles do stuff that I didn't understand.
Wow.
And then next day, I'd go to Catholic school, and the nuns would call my mom and go, "Did you have your son in front of Don Rickles?"
Oh, boy.
And my mom was like, "Listen, you handle God, and I'll handle the rest."
Right.
It was
That's
cool,
dope. That's dope. So what prompted the move to the West Coast, L.A.?
Man, I hit this moment. Bob Marley kept saying, you should wait, because these guys, everyone thinks they have 15. They think they have 30. They think they have an hour.
So you get an hour,
Yeah.
you get 15.
I barely had 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But he said I was funny enough and good enough and driven. He goes, you want to take that spark and energy now? He got me an audition for Jamie Masada.
Oh, shit.
And July 17th, which I was just talking to someone back there
You still
about us
remember that
cancers.
shit?
Yeah, because...
Oh, you had cancer too?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too, bro.
So,
me too.
Yeah, you know it. On my birthday, my guest spot for Jamie Masada sold out. I had Rodney Dangerfield walked in right before me. I did not know I was doing his spot. So I was just in this environment of Hollywood that feeling it all.
Yeah.
Celebrity after celebrity, dude.
Yeah.
Damon
Crazy.
Wayans walks by me. I'm like, I was losing it.
Yeah.
I'm sitting with Jamie Masada and then, and the stories, and Marley's just such a classy killer.
Yeah.
And we're just doing he's introducing me to everyone. So many celebs, dude. But I kind of black out because in comes this noise from the back of the room. Comics up there, I don't remember who he was.
Yeah.
The sound of cheers are coming from the back of the room.
Wow.
I've never experienced this in my entire life.
Wow.
What is this eruption through the rafters?
But this before the show starts.
This is while the show's going on, and that dude is 7 minutes in to kill.
Damn.
But he becomes invisible.
Wow.
Because whatever's entering
Right.
is bigger than anything I've experienced in my life.
Wow.
Everyone's going to their feet. This older man, 77 years old, is walking through, cranky as hell, and he leans in. And he's like, "Hey, Jamie, how you doing, Jamie? Good to see you."
Dangerfield.
Yeah. And his wife Joan, and I'm like, "Oh my God!" And he walked right up, dude. He walked to the stage without anyone saying anything.
Damn.
The light goes on above me. There's a light in the VIP booth. It turns red. I was like, "That must be the red light."
Yeah.
Whoa! Look at the antique light they use here.
Yeah.
So,
And where was this at again?
Laugh Factory Hollywood.
Laugh Factory Hollywood. Okay, yeah.
He goes right up.
Yeah.
The comedian's like, "Yeah, of course, Rodney Dangerfield." Place is standing for 2 and it was
Damn.
deafening, incredible. I'm like, holy God,
Right,
you know?
Right.
And as he's murdering, right up to his last 3 minutes, Jamie Masada with a big grin leans over Bob Marley and goes, "Hey, buddy," taps my leg. I go, "Yeah?" He goes, "You're up next, buddy."
Oh, no.
He goes, "Hey, buddy, we see what you got, buddy."
No.
Buddy. And he's grinning. And I went,
He knows what he's doing.
I was like, I was so like, okay.
Right.
Okay. Like, I'm going to sports. Like, they just got me off the bench.
Right.
And I just was so dazed, man. It was such a crazy moment. I looked at Bob Marley, and he grinned like, "I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry."
Right.
I'm standing by the lockers at Hollywood, and I was like, I don't remember much. I remember passing Rodney, like, "Hi, sir."
The bathroom's right next to the locker, so you got to go over there and take it.
And that's where we stand, by the bathrooms and the lockers.
Yeah.
I was there. I remember passing him. I go up on stage. I remember laughter. I don't hear sound in my memory.
Yeah.
I remember it all happening in front of me, and then I go, "Where's the light?"
Wow.
I go, "Where's the host?"
Yeah.
I must have been up here for days.
Right,
And, oh my God, I just spewed out my
it's
20
the
minutes.
white noise in the
I have
background.
no comedy material left. I have nothing left. I don't want to blow this. I should be a pro.
Yeah.
I have to close. Thank you so much. I'm Butch Bradley.
Yeah.
Good night.
Damn.
That's all I remember saying clearly.
Damn.
The host runs up, experienced now. He's like, "What are you doing off?
Yeah.
Where are you getting?" He's like, "What are you doing?"
Right.
Runs up and goes, "Oh yeah, Butch Bradley," and
Yeah.
like, "What did you do?" And you're good, but I walk to the booth, I sit down, like,
shaking like a motherfucker.
And Jamie Masada goes, "Buddy," Marley's laughing. He goes, "Buddy, why'd you come off so early?"
yeah.
And I go, "Early?" I go, I did. He was on my left. I go, I did like 20 minutes. I was afraid to upset you. He goes, he goes, "Buddy, that was 5 minutes."
Oh,
He goes,
shit.
he goes, "Buddy, welcome to Hollywood.
Damn,
Happy birthday, buddy.
damn,
Welcome to Hollywood."
damn.
And I went, and I was like, and Marley's laughing. Marley's like, "It's okay, it's okay, it's okay." He goes, "You were funny." He goes, "You were funny, you're good."
Right.
But wow.
Damn.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
Those
Hockey
fucking
bag,
moments. Yeah.
studio apartment, dirty, filthy on Sycamore Ave.
Wow.
Door was that thin, someone could push through it. I was on that hallway with a Power Ranger, a dude from Star Trek, writers, Road Rules dudes who thought they were the superstar in the hallway,
yeah.
comedians, and people I sort of recognized. It was such a weird, amazing, walking broke,
Yeah.
and just going to stage and trying to get up.
Dude, it's a grind. I started comedy in New York too.
Yeah, and you're from Louisiana.
And I'm from Louisiana.
That's
Then I
so
moved
cool.
to Dallas, Texas.
Yeah, the move
Dallas-
is weird.
Yeah,
right?
when you're on the grind, bro, especially once you get that bug, and I didn't get it until I started comedy in New York, and I got the bug and got the itch, and same thing, producing shows, and then I made the move to LA as well. And you're right, man. It's something about being in Hollywood, being in the experience, and catching that little breeze that hits out there, and being shoulder to shoulder with everything. You feel like, man, you're just one step away, one conversation away from your whole life changing. That's the
Yeah.
beautiful thing about working in Hollywood.
New York, pulling in New York. I mean, I grew up in New Jersey, but when
Yeah.
I was telling my brain, "You might be a stand-up comic," I was
Yeah.
like, "I can't hear that."
Yeah.
I'd go to New York, and my heart would be like, "Come, come, come,
Yeah.
come, come." Still to
Yeah.
this day.
Yeah.
But that's like my respect for the level that I'm lucky to work around.
Yeah.
That's why I, grind to kill.
Yeah.
All the guys are like, yeah. I'm like, dude, I know what your brain is.
Yeah.
I'm like, when you come and get me.
Right.
I'm like,
Right.
12
Right.
years in Hollywood, New York, I've followed and experienced everything enough to know that I don't know what's coming tonight.
Right.
So I better be as ready as hell.
Right. That's
You
why.
know,
That's why I
yeah,
fuck with you, Butch.
yeah.
Because again, you come in with that fire.
Oh,
You come with
man.
the heat. Every time I've seen you, bro, you come with the heat, and I think that's a little something that we kind of have in common too, in terms of not letting up. That's why my voice is a little crackly now. I was at fucking a show
Yeah.
last night because we put it all on the stage, man.
Well-
And that's something I've always seen from you. Every time I've seen
what
from you,
I
and even before we met,
Yeah.
before we met, I was like,
eyeing
fuck,
you
yeah,
up too.
yeah.
I was like, this dude's working. I was like, he's got his hands in every fire in the city.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, I'm so weird, Jersey. I was like scouting you and your producer. I'm like, where are these guys from? Who
Right,
are-
yo, we came to the city. Everybody's
Yeah.
like, "Who the fuck?" And we're like, "Who the fuck?"
Well, you were all really cool, which I don't ever trust.
Yeah,
I was like, you're way too nice. This is something different. As he taking my job?
Yeah,
Come here,
yeah,
guys.
yeah,
Is this
right.
the new Butch Bradley guy?
Right.
You were just smoking, killing. And I was like, and then all the guys are like, he's cool. I was like, he's working.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's the ethic you have to have in New York or any Chicago.
Facts.
You're like, there's people just writing 7 minutes that could cause you to go home and not sleep for a month.
Right.
And the new guys don't have that, and they don't know it. And also, it's not their fault. Like pandemic and all of these lessons were wiped out.
Yeah.
But Damon Wayans is obvious to me. You know,
He's an OG.
Seinfeld.
I ran into him at the Stress Factory out in Jersey
very
too. Yeah,
cool.
yeah. That moment changed my life too. When I first went, I was like, wow. And I met him after the show, got this picture. I reposted the picture so many times. You know, one filter, then another filter, and another filter. We look like camouflage dudes by the time the show is over with.
Right.
And yeah, man, you know, so
it's royalty.
It's royalty.
You feel
man.
like you're meeting royalty.
Yeah, so you got to respect those that kind of came before you, man.
Those guys, I can see coming. And also, I'm different. I'm like, wherever you want to go, whatever you want to do. And they're like, you know, hey, whatever you want. The dudes I don't recognize, I'm like, I gotta watch you, dude.
Yeah.
You look underfed.
Yeah.
You couldn't even afford to have that tattoo finished.
Yeah.
You're gonna be
Right,
funny, aren't you?
right.
You creepy man.
You got some life experiences, don't you, brother?
You're circling me, and you're like, okay. I heard you tell that joke 10 times, Butch.
Yeah. Yo, but a good point. Like, this is a business you can never really get too comfortable in either.
Or you're done.
Exactly. You'll get humbled real quick, and somebody's always coming for your spot, your position, the next best thing. And with the people that are on these Instagram and TikToks and viral people too, that had to be different too as the game constantly changed, man. How did you adapt to all of that shit? Did you start becoming more active on the social platforms, or how do you keep up with it?
I'm way more active. I really take advice from younger comics. You know, humbly, I love to learn from everybody. I go, what do you see? What am I saying? Guys that you're close with, you can like hear you, understand where your voice is, and they're like, you got to add this, you got to do that. Yeah. Well, I'm doing all of that, but I also know that nothing replaces stage. Right. So I have had a lot of guest spots with dudes with 100,000 followers, with 500,000, with 3 million. Right. They come do spots, and I almost don't want to give it to them because there's a reality.
Yeah,
you're not in front of a 400-seat theater with your followers.
Right.
This is real. Right. This is a different
real
game.
People don't who give a fuck about any of that shit. You got.
Yeah, you've been fighting in the backyard with all your friends in your neighborhood, and you're a good fighter. Yep. Okay, here's UFC.
Right.
Climb in.
Right.
That guy's name's McGregor.
Good luck.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I actually say it now. I go, I'm going to give you a spot, but I want you to know it's on you.
Right.
What does that mean? I got 7 million followers. I go, I'm just telling you, the odds of you doing well are not in your favor.
Right. So good luck.
You got Josh Wolf popping by. Oh, Charlie just popped in.
Yeah.
Oh, look, Tony Rock's here.
Yeah.
Okay, dude, what's your name? You did the TikTok dance. Okay. All right, your name's Johnny the TikTok Dancer?
Yeah,
all right, good luck, Johnny the TikTok. You used to have a different name. It was called Road Rules MTV. You thought you were funny back then, too. You thought you were funny as the singer who mimicked everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Go out there and mimic a song that another artist hasn't made $1 on.
Right.
You know, so, and it's not even hate. It's like, I'm going to give you what you want.
Yep.
Lady comedy's going to Will Smith smack you off the stage.
Yeah. This industry will humble you real quick.
Yeah.
It'll humble you real quick.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And that's crazy. We had to experience that whole world right
now. Yeah.
Because I met Will and Chris. Chris is like my idol, and Will had his moment. But that Santa Claus moment of reality. Because Santa Claus, you think it's safe, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Santa Claus is downstairs drinking bourbon and making love to your wife.
Yeah.
You're like, what is Will, turn back. You're perfect in our world.
Right. I know. Will was that guy. He's like storybook.
Yeah.
He's the guy. He's the nice guy. You just wouldn't expect that from. But, we talked about it on our podcast before. Everybody has their limit. Everybody has their button.
I was just going to say that.
We try not to act like these celebrities and people aren't human.
No, they're not.
But we are. But we are human. We're all a human, and everybody kind of has their moment. And there's no telling. Now, obviously, you got to live with what all your decisions. But we're human.
One of my biggest moments in comedy was in Hollywood and Chocolate Sunday and Pookie and Chris Spencer are always like fans of mine. Yeah. And they're like, dude, you're gonna do great on Chocolate Sunday. I go, dude, I'm cool, but I'm not gonna tell you. Yeah. I don't want to go eat it. And they're like, no, your voice is cool. You gotta come. Like I was like, damn right I am. I got to do Latino night. I got to do Asian invasion.
Right.
I got to see how I translate.
Exactly.
But I grew up East Coast with everyone, so I was kind of like, all right, if you guys need your own evening. I mean, Chocolate Sunday's different.
Yeah.
That's top level talent.
For sure.
Happens to be Chocolate Sunday.
Yeah.
This is This is like Def Comedy Jam. Bro.
Yeah,
This
probably
is
arguably the hottest show that goes on at the Laugh Factory.
Unreal.
Religiously on Sunday. Shout out to
Religiously.
Ron G too, man. He hosts that show out there
cool.
in LA too. It's
Yeah,
nice.
unreal.
Yep.
I mean, I can't even tell you the celebrities that were in this room on that night. And I went up and I just had a magical moment and I just followed it. I got into it with one dude in the back of the room who didn't know where I grew up.
Yeah.
And he was wearing his Ralph Lauren. His
yeah.
boys looked like murderers.
Yeah,
and he looked like Little Angel that lived in a wealthy neighborhood. And I just let him hit me 3 times and then I was like, snipe. Material.
Nice.
Good night. Explosion.
Nice.
I'm coming. I'm like, I just killed chocolate sundaes.
Yeah,
Maybe I'm not as white as I feel. You know what I mean? Maybe people like me.
Right. He's invited to the cookout now. Right.
I was like, yo, that was great, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of my walk is Will Smith and Jada Pinkett.
What?
He had just filmed Ali.
What?
And I'm like,
At the Laugh Factory?
yeah.
Oh, shit.
He has his arms open.
Yeah.
I drift off into space.
Yeah.
I go into his arms. I go, Will Smith is hugging me.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I go, dude's jacked,
Yeah.
right? But then I peek over his shoulder. There's Jada Pinkett,
Right.
my biggest crush.
Right.
Holy God, you are so hot.
I'm about to come. Oh, not in Will's arms.
Yeah,
No.
I don't want Will to know. I'm like, she's got this whole positive
Wow.
experience. And then he sent Charlie his right hand up to give me some. He had like his boy Charlie who worked with him.
Yeah.
Gave me some meetings. Tony Rock's hugging me upstairs. We're dancing. So I have that world where they're always kind and, and it'll come back to what you said. People have bad days. And Chris Rock is Tony, their family. I've been out to dinner with them. I was there when he got his star in the Walk of Fame.
Dope.
I've been very honored and blessed to be, through comedy, to be in these worlds.
Yeah.
So that's between them. But I do threaten the audience sometimes before. I go, don't get crazy.
Right.
'Cause we're all ready now.
Right.
Don't come up with your best Will Smith impersonation.
Right. You will learn today.
I'm like, Chris is ready now. I'm ready now. We're all ready. Hey, we have bad days, but the stage changes.
Right. Have you ever had any moments where somebody's too drunk or fucking heckled the shit out of you, or you felt like leaving the show like, hold up, let me get the fuck back to my car real quick?
I have been aware to like that it was. I've only had a couple of real escalations. It would be over like a sensitive topic, like it's silly the world thinks they're real, like Democrat, Republican nonsense, which they think is real, as opposed to humanity. Then you've never been on a New York subway where, guess what? Politics go to shit quick. You better be kind, cool. I've had that in my face, or I had some woman yell at me about the Middle East. My son's over there, and I just go, hey. I go and volunteer my time. I have total respect. I go, you got to hear the end of the joke. And I've had dudes sort of come aggressive. And then I'm like, I'm not what I look like. I go, I want my job. And you don't want to feel my front kick. You might win. But look, let's just not do this. I usually laugh and just jersey it up like, dude, we're not doing this. I've been lucky enough to East Coast dialogue myself out of anything. So they know that, because I'm not what they, if that moment's a miss, I always think it's on the comedian. If I fired you up, I missed a step. Let me correct it. Plus, I got to keep this show going. I don't want to be physical or yelling or do anything. I did in the beginning. I had I had a moment where I got snagged, and I learned you can't go from funny to violent to funny. I'm in Atlantic City at the Comedy Stop. I'm brand new. Waitress has words with this older woman, and as the waitress turns, the woman kills her rocks glass and fires it at the waitress's head.
Oh, shit.
Swear to God. I'm the only one seeing this. The waitress talks, goes down to clean the table. The rocks glass misses her. Goes in between everyone's faces, hits the wall and bounces.
What?
I'm brand new. I'm only working this club for a quick minute in the beginning of my career, and I snap and go, Jersey. I go, are you out of your effing mind? You could have killed her. But the whole room's silent. Nobody saw this. Oh, shit, I'm fired.
So you're looking real aggressive right now.
So I have to bring it down. I bring on the next guy. I know I'm fired. I F you, this, that, the other thing. Waitress is like, what are you talking about? I go in the back. The owner had a big cocktail. Bob Kephart, cool as hell, helped me in my career. Like or hate these dudes, he helped my career. And he goes, He sits down and he goes, "You're so lucky I'm the only other person that saw that." Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Bananas, man.
Yeah.
Yo, so this business goes, you know, we talked about earlier before the show, man. You got your high lows, man, where, you know, at one moment you feel like a rock star, things are going in the right direction, but then you have those days where it's like, man, what the fuck am I doing? When is this shit going to hit?
100%.
When is this shit going to hit? You know, how do you deal with those lows, man? And have there been any moments where you felt like, fuck, man, I don't know, I might need to do some other shit, or have you...
Pandemic was a real reality check.
Yeah.
It was another good checkup for me. It was like 6 months before. I was like, you know what's going on here? I'm gifted, I'm blessed, I'm lucky.
Right.
I'm paying bills. I've had some big moments. I
Yeah.
did Reagan movie. I did some things.
You did some movie, too.
Yeah, I've been lucky. I've tons of late night show, TV credits. You
Okay.
know, I did Comedy Central, a couple of those.
Okay, shit, nice.
You know, so you have all those. And it's crazy because these are dreams of mine that I'm
Yeah.
just throwing away in a conversation, which
Right,
is
yeah.
so effed up.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I just want to buy my mom a new car.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to be like, hey, babe, thanks. Look outside.
Right,
You know, I'm
right.
not, you know, hey, I do want a Ferrari, but that's between me and me. Mind your own business.
Yeah, right.
I also want a Charger muscle car, 1970, if you
Hell
can make
yeah.
that. But,
Hell
you know,
yeah, let's put it into the universe, brother. It's coming.
It's coming.
Yeah, yeah,
But,
yeah.
you know, the pandemic, I really, for the first time in my career, because I was like, have that faith and that energy.
Right.
And I use stage. I go to stage, it hits. That's me. And God, we're good.
Right.
Pandemic was a good one, man.
Yeah, because there were no stages really to get on, like talking about, you know.
Yeah.
It was, and is that when you came to Vegas, or how was the?
Coming to Vegas, I was fried from the road. I toured the
Gotcha.
world. I had a show in Shanghai, like all of us toured
Like
the
Shanghai,
world.
go shit.
Yeah,
Dope.
I had my own show in Shanghai. It was pretty
Wow.
cool. Andy.
Let's not hold on. Let's not skip past that.
Yeah.
You had a show in Shanghai.
I was the first American stand-up to ever
Holy
live
shit.
and work in China to have
Wow,
our show.
wow.
Yeah. CNN did a little piece on
What
me.
the fuck?
Yeah.
Damn. So how the fuck? I mean, culture shock, because you had to, you know, live there, make that home, build a new community.
I had 12 million people in my neighborhood.
Damn.
I was like I was one of like 5, like, you know. And by the way, it's funny. You think like this is a black dude and a white
Right,
dude. In
right.
China, you and I are 2 Americans.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
We
Ain't no
know-
black or
you
white.
and
We
I
gotta
are-
stick
You
together.
and I are,
Yeah,
you and I are
yeah.
like, hey man, I'm sorry about all that shit.
Right. We cool as fuck now. Let's look out for each
Can you
other.
order food for us? I don't know how. Food.
Right.
Food. Yeah.
Wow.
Full yarn. You know.
Wow.
But it was.
Everybody, I'm sure, knew you at some point and started to get to know you. You're
3
like the
months.
Rocky of the area. Rocky, hey.
3 months in, I was
Wow.
like semi-famous in Shanghai.
Wow.
Because I was an American comedian. I had credits.
Right.
You could look me up.
Right.
And the Chinese youth just love stand-up because it's freedom of speech.
Right.
So what I did I just did everything except talk shit about China. I
Yeah.
love China.
Yeah.
Kindest people, coolest people. People, not governments.
Right.
That's the trick to touring the world.
Gotcha.
Our governments are all fucked up. That's
Right.
about green. That's
Right.
about money.
Right.
Us, the people, we're all the same. We want to get home after work. And, you know, I learned that quickly in China.
Right.
Why is everyone shoving? Well, I'll tell you what. If you miss the subway, you've gotten up. You're still an hour from home. They're shoving to get you in. It's a gift.
Wow.
If Charlie shoves me in the subway, he's like, you take this one.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
like, yo, get the fuck in
Right,
there. It's
right.
it's like, good
Wow.
luck. Good luck, American. I
Wow.
got you in early.
Yeah.
It's a whole, I
Holy
learned
shit.
that. China is the great American whisperer.
Wow.
Like, you know, like Caesar talks to pets.
Yeah.
China was like, slow down, speed up, slow down. Your
Wow.
family's important. Your food's,
Right.
you know, you got to
Quality of life. You learned about a little bit about that, right?
Everybody was calm. It was very romantic, as shocking as that is. It was people would be in the parks. They'd put a radio down and they'd play like ballroom dancing music.
Wow.
One dude would do that. In an hour, 13 couples just peacefully
Wow.
dancing. I'm like, and I'm on my scooter
Wow.
going, this is incredible.
Wow.
It's just a magical world, you know, Shanghai. And I was very thankful. But I had that was like the beginning of exhaustion. I was like at my tired period from touring.
Yeah.
I'd lost my brother the year before.
Wow.
Booze and I changed the relationship.
Yeah.
We went from like getting along and catching movies to like, shut up and fill the glass.
Yeah.
Come on over here.
Right. You got to drink.
Yeah.
That's who you
Yo,
got at that point.
Who drank this? You did. I did. Here
Right,
we go. Yeah.
right.
I was getting crazy because
Yeah.
I would start to try and chill anxiety and exhaustion with, and the dealing of the loss of my brother.
Yeah.
And then just, you know, started to learn exhaustion. And
Yeah.
that's right when I started to do opposite of me in New York.
Yeah.
I went back to New York and Jersey and just started running and trying to get healthy and do opposite. Anything
Yeah.
I would normally choose, I would do the opposite. I'm
Gotcha.
going to sleep. I'm going to run. I'm going to have a shot and a beer after the show. I'm going to go home and fall asleep. I started changing, and it's catching my breath, and then I was blessed. Matt Chavez and Joaquin offered me a residency. They said, we have a 10 o'clock show. No one can keep running.
You were in New York at the time?
I was. And I had just done a week.
Wow.
And they said, would you be interested? And I was like, man, that's going to be a tough
Holy
slot.
shit,
and the old room wasn't
I
attractive.
remember the old room. Yeah, I remember the old room, yeah.
It was sexy and beautiful and raw.
Yeah.
It was like the scene in Rocky where Mick has a chicken and he goes, hey, Rock, you're going to chase the chicken. Why am I going to chase the chicken? Shut up and chase the chicken. So Matt and Joaquin had me chasing chicken every single night.
Yeah.
And then like 2 years in, I caught that chicken.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I was like, oh my God, I've gotten better. I'm healthier. I got a front door. I got a girl. I got 2 dogs I love.
Yeah.
I got the dogs also to help me, to get me up early.
Wow,
That's how I knew I was crazy. I was like, you're getting 2 dogs. Why?
Right.
So you aren't you.
Right, but bro, before we even carry on, I had to bring up a good point. Mental health, alcoholism, drug abuse. We lost, countless comics on some of those things, man.
Brothers,
so
family.
I feel like you have to be very proactive about the systems and schedules that you're creating for yourself and being able to make those calls and substitutions to be able to sustain in this business. So the fact that you identified that and started putting those things in place, that's huge.
I had a good 9-day run of craziness where the world came in, and it was a wake-up call. And I was like, you know what? If I don't switch completely here, I'm in big trouble. And, I had a conversation with the other side.
Yeah.
I had like a Scrooge moment where they were like, I'm the Butch of future.
Right.
So you can choose to change it. And I was like, oh, change.
That's that Shanghai weed right there. You're like, oh my God. Oh my God.
And that was after I was in Vegas, the big wake-up. It was after I was here.
After you had the residency here.
Yeah. Because I was still running tired and catching breath, but the pandemic hit.
Yeah.
And I still wasn't honest that I needed to completely be on that road to just, and look, people drink. They always go, hey, I might not want to drink. I go, enjoy booze, manage and get yourself together. If you really have a problem, then you quit. But, it's a big switch, but it helped me. I got 2 movies as soon as I switched.
Wow.
I got my special. I worked with Sean McNamara. I worked with Todd Fisher, Carrie Fisher's brother. I just the world started opening up because they were like, yo, you look great. You're running. You're killing. You're sharp. And I wasn't tired. I wasn't tired.
Yeah, you can get exhausted in this shit.
Comedy
man. It's draining.
Exhausting.
Yeah.
And that's all that I tell people who are like, I think I'm partying too hard. I go, you're just exhausted. Yeah. Like, just go home and eat well. Start to add cardio.
Bro, same. I get those little shots they sell in the stores like ginger and elderberry. And I make it a point to buy fruits, all the time. And
all of
too,
it
man.
is so important.
Yeah.
And then now I feel great. But I'm still nuts. That's why I'm good at stand-up.
We're a little crazy. We're all a little crazy, bro. We're all a little crazy for sure.
Yeah, it's funny. So, that was the road. And then it just, an exponential. And then you see this sea of entertainers out there who just switch their road. Yeah. Like the Kevin Harts and all these guys. And guys come up to me and they're like, yeah, you're killing it. Yeah. You're one of us. I'm like, who am I one of? Right. Like, you're one of us. Like, you're just straight, Yeah. So it's just, and it's a little bit, I was in sports my whole life, so I go to the show, I prep early, I go to the gym, run the dogs, I talk to the voices and and try and grind, but because I'm addicted and I love it.
Right.
It's an unhealthy, healthy life.
Yeah. It's balanced though, man. But that's why you got to have those systems in place, man. Speaking of preparation, how do you kind of usually get the day started, man? What's like a typical day for you with your show, man? You got the dogs that get you up. You got to go. They got to go piss and all that. How do you get the day started?
I wake up cranky as fuck.
What time do you get up? What time do you get up?
Anywhere between 7 and 9.
Okay.
But I'm not getting out at 7. But my dogs might say, could you just let us go?
Yeah, what kind of dogs?
2 Dobermans.
Oh, shit. Nice. Those are good dogs.
They're brilliant.
Nice.
They're so brilliant, dude.
Yeah.
So, and during pandemic, I went to dog training school with them.
Oh, shit.
The guys that train the cops in the
military.
Oh,
they're good dogs.
So I got into dog world.
What's the names?
Besso and Baru.
Besso and Baru.
Baru,
Nice.
last king of Ireland, and Besso is Kiss. So
nice.
my girl, she named Besso. She's Mexican. She's Texican.
Yeah.
And then Baru is the Irish.
Yeah.
But I get up, I listen to them. Coffee. We're both big coffee people. Coffee is the only thing between God and I.
Yeah.
I'm like, is there a God? Oh, there you are.
Do you do the pots or do you like brew?
We brew a giant pot that we both sort of want a little more than that. And then I do the dogs. I get the gym outfit on, and then I start to run my material as I get to the park. I start going over notes, maybe call my buddies who are working on projects. I start planning, touring. I'm like, I got to hit Zany's up. I'm going to Chicago. I'm going here. I'm at the Improv in Hollywood. What is this project in 3 months? I take that fresh, open brain. Because eventually I'm a comedian. I'm like, I need to nap. I need to play Xbox.
Yeah. And you know when you need that
I got to play
rest.
Call of Duty. Because inside I'm a 14-year-old boy who loves Mountain Dew.
I just want to kind of under the blanket. Some days we have those moments where it's like, I don't really want to do shit. I just want to stay. And I watch like a lot of reruns of TV. When I just need to relax, I'll just watch some Judge Mathis. I'll watch fucking King of Queens. I'll just fucking binge like just the shit that's I've seen before.
That's what I do. I try to explain that to a buddy of mine. He goes, "You're watching crap TV." I go, "Hey, I know what I'm doing. I'm shutting it all down. I want to watch Dune over and over again because when the ship lands, I go, I hope I see that someday." And my girl's like, "You've seen Dune a lot." I'm like, I'm there right now.
Right.
I'm trying to make stuff move with my mind.
Facts.
So
yeah, man, that's good. Keep them balanced with this shit, man.
Yeah, gaming, all that weird stuff.
Yeah. I do Call of Duty too, man. I played a lot during the lockdown.
Yeah.
Big Irish J and Tony Baker out in LA. We used to get into these groups, bro, and just laugh.
I got in a couple. I'm unhealthy. I'm really unhealthy in poker and in Call of Duty. I'm like, whatever, Charlie, shut your face, dude. You're dead. Hey, Butch, you were just shut up, Charlie. I'm on you. I'm on your 6. You don't even know where I'm at.
Right. Bow.
Dude, it's so funny though. I was telling Carlo, is there a child on the TV? I go, babe, don't mess with Ronnie. He's 11 and he's got 11 kills. Please, I don't want anyone to hear there's an adult here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, kid, you do what you are.
Right. Yeah, it's a different world, bro. I love it. I'll be on that shit till like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning some days if I'm really into it and the chat's good. I'll hang. I haven't played in a while, but I've been so busy.
My nephew Sean talks such shit. He's in front of his Xbox and I go, okay, I sit down. He goes, Uncle Butch, man, you don't even know. I go, I don't know, do I? Let's just go a little. Let's go over here. I'm like, you're dead. You're dead. He's like, Uncle Butch, I didn't want to play. I go, you remember that? My group created this.
Right. We started this shit with fucking what was the games we used to have back in the day?
Like
remember Contra and shit and all that?
Yeah. All the basic games.
Right.
You know, I'm like,
GoldenEye. Remember when GoldenEye came out?
Yeah,
fucking James Bond
with that
golden gun.
With that one gun.
That was the fucking classic. Nintendo 64. That was my shit, man. Fucking GoldenEye.
Yeah. So many good games. But now the tech is sick.
Oh, it's beyond. They do the fucking VR shit now, dude. I haven't got. I did a little bit. I did a show in Hawaii last year with my boy Chino.
Oh, cool.
And that was the first time doing VR. And his house that was there, man. It was a boxing game.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit! Before I knew it, I was sweating. I was like, damn, bro, this shit feels real.
Dude,
it's crazy.
It's unreal where we're going.
Yeah, that's
I
the
try
future.
and resist those. You know what I mean?
Did you do any comedy rooms? The virtual?
I did in pandemic. I did one in the beginning. I did one a real giant corporate, and my girl Carla was behind the camera, and these 2 older wealthy women loved me, and they go, major company. I'll leave it off the table.
Yeah.
Dressed to the nines, 2 golden girls with wine. Like, we love your comedy. Our company needs you. I'm like, this is going to be the easiest 5K I ever make.
Right.
I got pandemic. Dude, I stared and ate it. I was sweating. Dude, my girl.
In your living room.
And my girl has never laughed at me.
Damn.
And I didn't mind it. She went.
Oh,
and I went, oh my God, I can't bite into this.
Damn.
And she's laughing at me, and then she walks out, and then I recover, and I end it. And the ladies come up and they go, it's so funny to see how hard comedy is. 2 old ladies, wealthy as fuck, staring at me, giggling, drinking wine, and they go, thank you for the entertainment, and we may do this again. Boom.
Damn.
And then I was like, I got to treat Zoom like the radio, and I'm not going to try and kill. I'm not doing any material. And I did a couple. And then I prayed. And then LA Comedy Club was like the first comedy club open in the world for a minute. In the world.
Wow.
And because they were up hidden, we had 10 people in there, and we literally were staring at each other, and it's pitch black. I can't see. What are we doing? And Drew, the owner's brother, goes, I don't know what we're going to do either. I go, I'm not complaining anymore.
Yeah.
I saw myself dead. And like, I'm healed. I'm thankful to be here. Oh, great comedy world.
Right.
And we did it, and it built up, and it was kind of like speakeasy-esque, dude. People were floating in from Cali.
Nice.
We had 13 people, 20 people, 30 people, 40 people. And I'm rolling around the world, and there's like no comedy anywhere. All my boys in Malaysia, all around the world, Hong Kong, no one has comedy anywhere. New York, LA, everyone's flying to our room to sneak up to do 5, and it made me a beast. I was really thankful, and that process we filled up, and then we went to the new room.
The new room. Yo, shout out to LA Comedy Club, man. The new room is great, man. I was just there the other night, man. It was a good crowd, man.
I can't wait. You got to do my show.
I got to get in there, bro.
Anytime. And I always say anytime.
Yeah.
You know what's funny, too? I love that about you, because you weren't like blowing me up like, you don't know me. Here's my 6 pages of resume. You're just like, hey, man, it's cool. And that's what I was like. What, you don't want to do it?
Yeah.
What is this, reverse psychology?
No,
but I love that.
No, but because, again, I've got respect for the game. I've got respect for the art. And I know, as a producer, that you get hit up all the time. People are always doing shit. So I just try to let things flow and happen organically. I don't want to be too much on your shit. Same thing, bro. Like, there's still shows I got to get in Vegas that I haven't hit. Like, I still got to do the Dirty Show. You know, but,
great
you know,
show.
Fun
show.
There's some good rooms, man. So I'm taking my time and just kind of embracing the process, because I'm still the new kid.
Yo, Dirty at 12:30 is like the white chocolate stuff.
It is.
Hey, Charlie, we love you. Woo! We rode our pickup truck in. We let our children drive so we could drink. Like, the locals are unreal humans. Amazing. You forget you're a little bit in the country until you're at the Dirty or you're at the park. And a dude on a horse goes, I caught your show the other day.
Smells like manure.
And I'm like, wait, aren't we in Vegas? He's like, this is real Vegas. But the Dirty is fun, dude.
It's a fun show.
Jammed room, and they're just really open to letting you run. It's very different. It's the only open wall room I've ever been, and I grew up in the casino industry. It's the only one that has ever worked. It's really cool. Tina and Gabe, great people.
Shout out to them, man.
And the family, like, you know, you got Harry at Laugh Factory, you got Brad at Brad's, they both have helped my career incredibly, and the Cellar, but the LA Comedy Club, the Dragon Room, is so bluesy and jazzy, and they hit a note that I've never experienced, where I can flow through and switch lines, and I can be running to the joke and then go, wait, I could switch off and talk about stopping at the store here. Oh wait, and it's culturally like LA, New York. It's
it brings out the whole world. That's the cool thing I like about Vegas. Coming from the East Coast to the West Coast, now coming to Vegas, I feel a lot more relaxed here. Vegas is a small town. It's kind of easy to shoot around, but you bring all of those people right here. So it's like you're talking to America, essentially.
It's really cool. Like, you could have trouble at a red light, and your neighbor would be like, you want to use my gun and shoot him? Like, thank you. Don't mind about it.
Right. You know, that's Vegas.
Right. Thank you. No problem.
Right. No,
change your plates. You need local plates. So I knew who you were now.
Okay.
It's cool.
So what would you say, man, that kind of motivates you, bro? Because, I mean, obviously there's ups and downs. I'm a Cancer. I know you're a Cancer, too. We can be emotional. We're always in our feelings. We're sensitive about our shit. What do you think keeps you going, bro?
Well, I drink coffee. I put 80s music on. I cry for 20 minutes in the shower.
We got to do that.
I miss it.
Right.
I run so far away. I didn't get away.
Right, it's like 5 more minutes, honey. Just let the water run over your back.
And then my girl's walking in. I go, I'm good. Were you crying? No, I'm fine. Comedy's amazing. It's easy. You know, but I keep faith. I go to stage. But when it's hard, I go to the gym. And you know what? The real stand-up comics like you and I, there was no choice. So you just were like, oh shit, I got to be a comic. I want to be a lawyer. I wanted to be a baseball player. I wanted to, I wanted to coach hockey. I wanted to work at Whole Foods. Whatever your shit was. Right. You're like, I can't believe I know what I want to do, and it's stand-up comedy, because there's no book. You don't even understand the books on stand-up comedy unless you've been doing it for 10 years. Right. So that's not even helpful. You're going. So I'm all in, and then the most honest point in my life is when I hit stage. If I can make that work, well, that gets me to day 2. You know?
Exactly.
I make that work, and then when they don't work, I go home. My brain will fuck me up for
recalibrate,
like 11 hours, and then I go in. Okay, that works. That works. You know, and but it's a 24-hour set to set happiness.
Facts. Yeah, we're like on a day-by-day basis in terms of getting through and building, man, because we constantly reminded and humble. You ever get off stage, you see somebody on stage, it's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
You know, shit. All right, man, let me retweet.
Dude, I saw one of my brother, Tony Rock, at Jay Reed's show on a Wednesday. And Jay Reed,
at the Hustler Club. Right?
So that room's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And he, like Jay's, I'm just a huge Jay Reed fan.
Yeah.
So he has Tony coming in, my brother, and it's mobbed.
Yeah.
Walls open.
Yeah.
Top to bottom. Yeah. And the audience is like with the DJ singing, and he's like, girls, it's so dope. Like, it's just culturally different. Like, it's so cool.
Cool vibe and energy.
I love it. My girl loves it. And we're in there just like, she's hooking out. And I'm with Stoner Rob and his girl. Like, we're loving it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Tony comes running up to me, and he's like, dude, yo, tell your buddy Jay, man, we got to roll the show. I go, hey, man. And I'm like, I'm not on. You're going to kill it, but I get it. This looks crazy. Yeah. And he's like, we got to roll. Tony Rock annihilated at such a level, I couldn't even believe it. I've seen it for years. And he had jumped to a new level. But back to what we're saying, he comes up to me, he's like, what'd you think? I go, dude, you're at a different level. Like, that was crazy. And he's like, really?
Yeah.
But I could hear the comedian.
Yeah.
Because we don't always hear the laughter.
Right.
And that dude, so humble. I'm like, you really don't know what you did.
That's the craziest shit. Yeah.
Like, you just murdered. Like, he was running riffs about, like, white girls and black girls and Mexican girls and Latin girls and running riffs and then material and smash, turn it to the back of the room, which is outside off a deck. Boom, over here behind a sign. I'm like, we don't always, the great comics don't always hear.
We get in our own heads and we have our perception of how the show or event goes. Then we get off stage and they're like, I thought I was figuring this shit out. I
was like, wow, I have to remember. Like, Tony is like, and I'm like, you did, dude. I keep telling him because I'm boys with him. I'm like, yo, stop.
Who are your top comics, bro? Now that we're there, if you had to have like your wall, you know, your
I have a wall.
Okay. Who's your top?
You know, in comedy, making me laugh. I have, but Chappelle is my number one.
Gotta have Chappelle.
Chappelle's my number one because of socially meeting him, being around him, his kindness, his growth, his ability to do serious, funny, and maintain his line while the world's telling him to shut up.
Right.
They're telling him shut up, and he's like, I'm the GOAT.
Right.
And I'm like, you are. I'm like, you are.
Yeah.
And I need you to know it and to show me and to own it and to kill it and to say unfunny and funny and make it funny.
Yeah.
And everyone's not getting it, but you're on a line. You're going, we're not unlike you.
Right.
I'm not attacking you.
He stays in that shit.
I've been through my shit. Sorry you're not seeing it, but let me help you. Chappelle, his SNL set and his special, ba-boom. Chris Rock, Murderer. Love him. You know, a lot of guys like Pryor. I was growing up watching SNL. Pryor. So many dudes, but guys that aren't here. Freddie Soto, who passed away. Mitch Mulaney was a murderer. Tony Rock's a killer. My crew, who's funny, who I love, like Steve Byrne, Ernst, like all these guys that
Shout
just
out to Brett.
like these guys just do things and are cool, you know, that I dig. But there's so many. Gaffigan's a great writer.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they all have skills. But Chappelle does it a all for me.
Yeah.
Because I got to hear you say something real now, because I've been in the art long enough where
it's more, it's very human. You know, and there's facts to it. You're not just like trying to be funny, you're trying to throw a punch. It's like you're hitting with some real shit and managed to make that shit funny.
And when he won his big award, I thought that was a special thing.
Yeah.
And then he did the documentary from his neighborhood where he produced the music.
Yep.
See, we need a great leader in society.
Right.
We don't have a Gandhi or a Martin Luther now.
Right.
Or, you know, and I got to tell you, I'm not saying he's these things. But to me, his honesty comes through when I can't imagine how challenging it is.
Right.
I can't even imagine what, you know, and so he's my
dope.
top. But I built Murray on my wall.
Yeah.
You know, Farley, I got to meet Farley at an SNL party years in, and he was behind it. Like, just got all those early SNLs, the Belushi, Chevy Chases.
Solid.
You know.
So you got to work with all the legends, man.
I grew up watching
But still, watching and working, you know. So the legends that you grew up watching, you saw, but you were able to work with the current legends of today as well,
Yeah,
man.
I've
Are
been
there
lucky.
any like young gunners that are coming up that you kind of feel like are out here attacking shit that ain't on the scene yet?
There are like some really funny guys. I'm trying to think who would I bring to mind right now that's like killing it.
Yep.
They're so being in LA and New York is where you really see them. So me being in Vegas, I'm seeing a lot of killers that are seasoned.
Yeah.
But I haven't. There's a guy, Cody. This guy, Cody, I can't remember his last name.
Yep.
Mike Winfield's pretty damn. I work with him at the
I've
Cellar.
heard that name. I've heard that
Yo,
name.
Mikey Winfield.
Okay.
That dude's a beast. Jackie Fabulous's murder.
Oh, yeah,
Dan
Jackie's hilarious. Yeah, shout out
Dan
to Jackie.
Natterman.
Yeah.
What's he, 5 jokes a minute?
Yeah.
And then he goes, I think I got him. What's wrong with you, human?
Yeah,
You know,
nice.
Ian Bagg's a beast in the crowd
don't
as
think
far
I know
as
him.
crowd work. He's
Okay.
he's unbelievable.
Solid.
But new guys is hard. You
Yeah.
got it. I know they're out there.
Yeah, of course.
You
Of
know.
course. And but you know, it's all a process, man. It's all a process for everybody. So I live by these 3 words anyway. Embrace your process.
Embrace
You know,
your
when you
process.
embrace your process, you embrace your journey,
Yeah.
you're having fun with it. You know you're not going to do shit else anyway. We're
Yeah,
comics. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
chill out, relax, and everything is
Right.
going to come together as it should.
Right, I believe, dude.
Dope, man. So,
Yeah.
man, you got a couple of things that's coming up that people need to look out for in terms of you got a couple of film that people
I'm
can
on-
watch as well as your special. So let us know about that.
Out of that little room at LA Comedy Club in the front row on a night when I was in the back, literally jumping out where they don't see us, and I was like, "What am I doing with my life? What am I
Yeah,
doing?"
yeah,
There's 14
yeah.
people out there.
Oh,
I was
shit.
gonna power puke vomit in that dirty old little room, which I love to death. I mean,
yeah.
dirty in a good way.
Yeah.
I was like, "What the hell am I gonna?" And then I went, "Get it together, have fun." Be light. Just be light. Be
Right.
light. Go have fun.
Right.
Remember you're
Right,
fun.
right.
Have fun with this 13
Right,
people.
right. We put so much pressure on ourselves.
I went out and danced in my improv and talked about my life being ridiculous and silly. And Sean McNamara, the director of Soul Surfer, was there.
Yep.
And with Eric Audet, a buddy of mine, getting ready to shoot something on Poker Legend. And they saw me, and it changed my life. He gave me an Amazon special, which
Wow.
is out on Comedy Dynamics. It's on
Nice,
Amazon.
nice.
It's on like 5 platforms. You could check that out.
Okay.
Then he called me and said, "I love your improv. I need you to riff some lines out for this movie Reagan I'm doing."
Oh,
I
shit.
riff like you and I are talking.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
you call me again. I don't think Charlie's my friend. I'm just
Yeah.
riffing lines.
Right.
Then I get a call from Makeup. You're in Oklahoma in 2 weeks. I need your sizes. I go, who is this?
Right.
Who's playing a joke on me?
Yeah.
I end up on stage with Dennis Quaid. They
Damn.
scrap my lines, and they asked me to improv. I improv with Dennis Quaid for like 3 hours
Wow.
in the movie Reagan.
Wow.
It was mind-blowing. It was killer. I got to improv work a crowd from the 1950s
Wow.
with 50s dialogue. And then I got to be in Steve Burns' movie, opening act with Cedric and
Oh,
Ken
shit.
Jeong and Jimmy
Oh,
O Yang.
shit.
So
Shit,
those
shit,
are
nice.
all. 2 of them are out. Reagan's coming.
Okay.
I'm up for another special. But like you
Nice.
said, I'm good where I am. Just go to stage, tomorrow night. Be here with you right now is huge.
Hell yeah. Hell
These
yeah, man.
moments
It's
are
glad to have
killer.
you. Yeah, for sure,
You know
bro.
what I mean? Getting ready for something.
Yeah, that's dope,
know?
man. Hell yeah. And please announce your residency so everybody knows
I
where
am,
to catch you.
Yeah, I'm Thursday to Monday at 10 p.m. at the LA Comedy Club. I do a new show every night. I do like 60-40, 70-30. And come out. It is a gorgeous, sexy room. It's brand new, 3 months old, $3 million room. Matt and Joaquin are local guys. They love comedy, and you'll catch a lot of my friends popping in. I've had Byrne, I had TJ Miller, Josh Wolf popped in. You'll see Charlie there. Tony Rock will pop in.
Nice.
Come catch my show 10 o'clock Thursday to Monday at the Strat at the LA Comedy Club, please.
Shit, yeah.
Boom.
Hey, man, it's been another dope episode of Do Tell with Laugh After Dark. I've been your boy, Charlie Wilson, man. Y'all make sure y'all keep up with what Butch Bradley's got going on. Subscribe before you leave so you can stay connected, man. I see y'all next time. We out, man. I don't think we got any more
Thank
drink
you.
left. but
Pleasure,
we can
man.
cheers.
Cheers.
We can cheers before we get up.
All right, let's get this.
Good shit.
Shaky
All right,
hand.
cool.
Cheers. Slaunch it.